session, we'll learn regarding the non-conventional machining methods, about the syllabus, advanced manufacturing processes. In previous lecture, we discussed regarding the EDM process, wire EDM process, but the remaining contents of this chapter we will discuss in this session. The lecture contents are working principle, setup, process parameters of plasma arc machining. This is the new concept which is introduced in this chapter. The session contents are introduction of plasma arc machining, principle of plasma arc machining, major components of plasma arc machining, working setup of plasma arc machining process, controlling parameters of plasma arc machining, advantages and disadvantages, and applications of plasma arc machining. So this much contents we are covered in this session, plasma arc machining. First of all, introduction of plasma arc machining. Plasma is considered as the fourth state of matter beside of the solid, liquid and gas states. That is the very important thing. It is a fourth state of matter. Meaning of that, when a gas or air is heated at a temperature of more than 5000 degrees Celsius, then it will start getting ionized into positive ions, negative ions and neutral ions. So these ions are helpful for a conversion of plasma such that when the gas or air is ionized, its temperature reaches from 11,000 degrees Celsius to 28,000 degrees Celsius, and this ionized gas is called as a plasma. Means, in simple word, whenever you heat the gas beyond the 5000 degrees Celsius, and this gas which will be converted into the phase of rather than the gas, liquid or solid, that phase is called as a plasma. The gas or air is heated with a arc, and the plasma produced by heating gas is used to remove material from the workpiece. So that is a simple way of removing the material from the workpiece. So the whole process is called as a plasma arc machining. Next, in this process, a high velocity, high temperature air is used to remove material from the workpiece by melting it. The gas used in plasma arc machining is chosen according to the metal which is used as the workpiece. So that is very important. What are the properties of workpiece is there? According to that, we are choosing the gas for the plasma formation. Next, the plasma arc machining is used for cutting alloys, steels, stainless steel, aluminum, nickel, copper, and cast iron. Next, very important thing, what is the plasma or how we can explain the plasma? When a solid is heated to the melting point, it turns into liquid. That is a simple thing. And when liquid is heated, it turns into the gas. That is the simple uh, mechanism to conversion of solid to liquid, liquid to gas. But how the plasma will be formed? If a gas is heated to nearby 2000 degrees Celsius, the molecules will dissociate into separate atoms. That is a very important thing. Whenever the gas form is available with you, you can heat it up to the 2000 degrees Celsius. In that case, that gas forms which will be converted into the molecules and dissociate into a separate atoms. Next, if the temperature is further raised to nearby 3000 degrees Celsius, means first thing is what? You heat the gas up to 2000 degrees Celsius. Continually, you can raise the temperature of that gas. In that case, electrons of atoms of gas will be displaced and the atoms are ionized. And this ionized gas is called as a plasma. So, this is the definition of plasma or how the plasma will be formed from the various gases. Next, what are the characteristics of plasma? High electric conductivity, that is the very important characteristic of plasma. Second one is the very good interaction capacity with the electric and magnetic fields. Next one is the permanent source of electromagnetic radiations. About the characteristics of plasma. Next, working principle of plasma arc machining. So first of all, we know the what is the construction of plasma arc machining. In that case, plasma arc process uses ionized plasma to transfer heat. The construction of this plasma arc machine is there is the tungsten electrode which is used for this machining process, which is connected to the negative terminal, that is the cathode. And here the depends on the workpiece where different gases are used. Depends on the workpiece means what are the properties which are present into that workpiece. Depends on that there are the various gas combination we are using for this plasma arc machining process. That workpiece which is connected to the positive terminal, that is a anode. And here there is the copper nozzle which is also connected to the anode, and water cooled nozzle which is generally used means there are the some water jackets are circulated continuously around the there are nozzle and absorb the high temperature heat or whatever the heat will be produced in between the workpiece and that nozzle. That heat is continuously absorbed by that water cooled jackets and reduce the temperature whatever the generated to the body of the nozzle, and that is the main purpose of water cooled nozzle. So this much about the construction, and in between the nozzle and the workpiece there is the spark or arc will be produced, and that arc which is a very high temperature which is produced in between that gap, and that heat which is actually used for the removing the material from that workpiece surface. So this much regarding the plasma arc machining. The plasma is obtained by forcing gas through an electric arc generated between cathode and anode, that is surrounded to the tungsten electrode we are circulating the various gases, and due to which there is the that gases which are helpful for improve the or increase the temperature in between the region of uh, nozzle and the workpiece. Next, the high temperature plasma jet melts the metal and remove material from the workpiece. That is a simple principle. Whenever the temperature which is rise between the nozzle and the workpiece, that arc will be produced, and that arc which is helpful for removing the material from that workpiece itself. So this much about the principle. Next, components of plasma arc machine. So many components which are generally you can observe in a previous slide also. The first one is the plasma gun. That is a very important component of plasma arc machining. Here, the different gases like nitrogen is there, hydrogen is there, argon is there, or mixture of these gases are used to create plasma. This plasma gun has a chamber which has a tungsten electrode. So in the previous slide, you observed the what is the uh, nozzle construction is there. In that nozzle, there is the tungsten electrode is fixed, and around that tungsten electrode, there are the various gases are continuously circulated according to the workpiece properties, and that is the overall uh, component which is called as a plasma gun. Here, this tungsten electrode is connected to the negative terminal, and nozzle of the plasma gun is connected to the positive terminal of the DC power supply. That is a very important thing. Here in the in this gun, there is the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal, and the overall body of the that nozzle which is connected to the positive terminal. So due to which what will be happen, negative and positive terminal, there is the spark will be takes place, and around that various gases are present into that nozzle itself. That should be helpful for it to increase the temperature of that uh, uh, body surface. Sorry, increase the temperature of that particular region and convert that gases into the form of plasma. Next, the required mixture of gas is supplied to the gun. That is very important thing. What is the property of that workpiece is there? According to that, we are deliver the various mixture of gases, because anyhow we want to remove the material from that workpiece surface. So that's why there is a mixture of gases. We are continuously delivered to that nozzle itself and removing the material, because we want to form the plasma. So that's why proper mixture of gases is a very important factor while you want to do the machining of plasma arc machining. Next, a strong arc is produced between the anode and the cathode. That is a very important thing. After that, there is a collision between the electron of the arc and the molecules of the gas, and due to this collision gas molecules get ionized and heat is generated. That is a simple way of removing the material from that workpiece itself, because of there is the various ions which are present over the cathode and anode. They are trying to shift from one end to another end, and due to which there is a high heat will be produced in that particular region, and that particular heat which will be helpful for removing the material from that workpiece surface. So this much about the plasma gun. Next one is the power supply. DC power supply is used to develop two terminals in the plasma gun. That is a very important thing. Next one, heavy potential difference is applied across cathode and anode so that arc produced is strong and is able to ionize the gas mixture and convert it into plasma. So there is the we want to improve the temperature in between the uh, gap of nozzle and the workpiece. There is the high potential differences in the DC power supply is required, then and then only there is the high temperature which will be produced in that particular region. So that's why this will be do with the help of power supply. Next one is the cooling mechanism. This mechanism is very helpful for improve the efficiency of plasma arc machining. How we can improve it? There is the a cooling mechanism is added to the plasma gun as a heat is produced in it as hot gases continuously pass out from the nozzle. So due to the continuous heat which is come into the contact with the surface of that uh, that tungsten electrode, in that case there is a high temperature which will be produced in that particular region or body, and that heat we want to absorb. So for that purpose there is a cooling mechanism which is provided into the plasma arc machining. Here a water jacket is used to cool the nozzle. That is a very important thing. We want to improve the life of that nozzle. In that case continuously we want to absorb the heat from that nozzle itself, then and then only that nozzle which will be survive for a longer period. The nozzle is surrounded by water jet. So that is a very important. All of you know the uh, there is the water cooling system which is used in the automobile. In that way, how we can absorb the heat from the that uh, there is the water cooling system in the automobile. Same way, there is the water cooling jackets which are provided around the nozzle and continuously absorb the heat from that nozzle itself. Next one is the workpiece. There is the very important component. Different materials can be worked using the plasma arc machine. That is a very important application of the plasma, because we are specifically refer the plasma for a which material which is harder. There is that property which are available in the workpiece which are harder one. In that case, if you want to machine that component, in that case there is the plasma arc machining is a very important solution for the machining process. Next, different metals like aluminum, magnesium, carbon, stainless steel, and alloy steels can be worked using this process. So many combination of composite materials which are also machined under this plasma arc machining. Next, construction of plasma arc machining. This image which will be clearly indicates that here there is the uh, first one is the tungsten electrode is provided over here. This one is the tungsten vertical electrode is there, which will be connected to the negative terminal of DC power supply. That is a very important thing. And this much, this is the insulation, which is the hatching portion, which is showing over here. And next, this portion which is open for a gas delivered to this particular nozzle. And here there is the water cooled copper nozzle is there. And this one is the chamber. In this chamber, whenever the gas is enter and come into contact with the tungsten electrode, and this positive terminal which is connected to this nozzle itself, and due to which there is the temperature difference between the electrode and that gas which is come into contact with that surface itself, due to which there is the plasma flame which is formed between the workpiece and the nozzle, and this plasma flame which is helpful for removing the metal from the workpiece. So we can discuss over here. The plasma arc cutting torch carries a tungsten electrode fitted in the chamber. So that is a very important thing which will be showing over in this image. Next one is the This tungsten electrode is connected to the negative terminal of a DC power supply. Already we have discussed that part. Next, for plasma arc machining, a plasma gun is required. That is a very important component of plasma arc machining process. This plasma gun has a chamber. This chamber which is showing in this particular image also, because this chamber which is helpful for a combine of various gases, that maybe a nitrogen is there or argon is there, various gas combination we are mix into this particular chamber. Next, this plasma gun has a tungsten electrode fitted inside the chamber, that is clearly shown in this image also. Next, this tungsten electrode is connected to the negative terminal of DC power supply and acts as a cathode. At the bottom of the chamber, there is a copper nozzle that is connected to positive terminal of the DC power supply and acts as an anode. So this connection is very important, because in this case, this tungsten electrode which is connected to the cathode terminal, and this bottom portion which is showing in this figure itself, that is the copper nozzle is there, which is connected to the positive terminal. Because of this positive and negative terminal connection and continuously supplying the gases from this particular portion, there is the plasma which is forming in this particular region, and this is showing in this image itself. The rest of the chamber is made of insulating material and acts as an insulator. So surrounded of that whole body of nozzle, which is some insulation material, because whatever the heat is produced in this particular chamber, which will not be delivered to the outside surface. For that purpose, it is insulated. Next, gas enters the chambers through a small passage, which is showing in this figure also, present at the right side of the chamber. Next one is the cathode and the anode remain cool despite the hot gases passing through them, as they are water cooled. Next, water circulation is present around the torch. That is very important thing, because continuously we want to absorb the heat from that nozzle itself and efficiently to do the plasma formation at the time of machining process. For that purpose, there is the water circulation which is present around the torch. So this much about the construction. Next, working of plasma arc machining. Once you know the what is the construction about the plasma arc machining, you easily understood the working of plasma arc machining. Yeah, at first, when a DC power is supplied to the circuit, a strong arc is produced between the cathode, that is the electrode, and the anode. Whenever you power on the supply, in that case, there is the negative terminal, means cathode terminal, which is connected to the tungsten electrode, and positive terminal which is connected to the workpiece as well as the copper nozzle or anode. So due to which what will be happen, whenever there is the you on the power supply, there is the small spark will be takes place. So that is the first thing. Second one, after that, gas is supplied to the chamber. Whenever the spark will be takes place, at that same time we are delivering the gas at that particular region, and that gases which are helpful for improve the temperature or improve the heat between that particular region. So next, this gas can nitrogen, argon, or mixture of these gases chosen according to the metal to be work. So depends on the workpiece material properties. We are actually choosing the various gases, because we want to anyhow we want to machine the surface. According to that, we are choosing the various gases or combination of various gases. Next, the gas is used in the process is heated using the arc produced between the cathode and the anode. This gas is heated to very high temperature from 11,000 degrees Celsius to 28,000 degrees Celsius. So this temperature, which is because of there is the whatever the gas is delivered into that particular nozzle. Because of that, we are easily reached to that type of temperature, like 11,000 to 28,000 degrees Celsius. Next, as the arc comes into contact with the gas, there is a collision between the electron of the arc and the molecules of the gas, and the molecules of gas will dissociate into separate atoms. That is the very important thing. Next, due to the high temperature generated from the arc, electrons from some atoms will be displaced and atoms are ionized. Means, in short, there is the electrically they are charged and the gas turns into the phase of plasma. As the gas is ionized, a large amount of thermal energy is liberated. So that is the very important thing. Whenever once that gases or electrically that all gas atoms are ionized and electrically charged, there is the that convert into the phase of plasma, and that plasma phase which is generated the large amount of thermal energy, and that large amount of thermal energy which is liberated in that particular region, which is showing in this particular arc is a region which is a red color, which is improve the heat or increase the temperature of that particular region. Next, after the gas is ionized, this high temperature ionized gas is directed towards the workpiece with a high velocity. Once the temperature of the ionized gas goes on increasing and converting into the phase of plasma, then afterwards there is the that plasma phase which is directed towards the workpiece where we want to actually remove the material from that workpiece surface. So this is the actual mechanism to inject the plasma or to direct the plasma towards the workpiece surface with a high velocity, because we want to actually remove the material from that workpiece. So next, here the electric arc has some other benefits, like it increases the temperature of ionized gas, makes the beam almost parallel, and increases the velocity of the gas. So these are the some advantage of electric arc. Next, as the plasma jet reaches the workpiece, the plasma melts the workpiece and the high velocity gas blows away the molten metal. So that is the simple working principle of this plasma arc machining. Here, whatever the plasma which is continuously directed towards the workpiece surface, and due to which that high temperature plasma which is continuously melted the metal from the workpiece surface and change the or remove the material from that workpiece. So this is the working of the plasma arc machining. Last one is the, in this way plasma arc machining is used to remove the material from the workpiece surface. So this much about the working of plasma arc machining. Next, gases generally used in the plasma arc machining. There are the various gases. The selection of particular gas which is a totally depends on the process or expected quality of surface finish of the workpiece material, and economic consideration. Means there is a simple way which material you want to machine under this plasma arc machining process, and how much surface quantity you want to maintain after the machining is carried out. Depends on that only we are choosing the different gases at the time of plasma arc machining. Second important factor, there is the gases used in this process should not affect the electrode or the workpiece to be machined. The commonly used gases and gas mixture, which are given in this following table also, which is clearly showing over here. The first important thing, these gases which are available for a plasma conversion, these gases which are economically economic consideration is a very important factor at the time of machining, because so many gases are available, but which are listed over here, gas or gas mixture, like first in first table first row there is the nitrogen, hydrogen, argon, hydrogen. There is the combination of gas is available. Material generally which is removed from with the help of this combination of gases, stainless steel and non-ferrous metal. So there are the various combination, like a compressed air which is mixed with nitrogen and hydrogen also. That should be used for a different application of workpiece material removal process. So these are the various gases generally used for plasma arc machining, which is listed in this particular table itself. Next, controlling parameters of plasma arc machining. First one is the standoff distance. That is the very important parameter of plasma arc machining, because increasing the standoff distance reduces the depth of penetration and hence narrows the cut width at the bottom. So that's why that is a very important thing. If you unnecessarily increase the distance between the nozzle and the workpiece, in that case narrow beam which will be formed of the in that particular region, and that narrow beam which is remove the material with a narrow frame itself. So that's why there is the unnecessarily increase the stand of distance which will be reduce the material removal rate. Next, the stand of distance depends on the thickness of the metal to cut. So that's why how much thickness of the material, workpiece material is there, depends on that. We are set the stand-up distance. Stand-up distance means in short, there is the gap between the nozzle surface and the workpiece surface. It will be directly effect over the how much quantity of material we are remove at the time of machining. For that purpose, this parameter is very helpful, because if you unnecessarily increase, there is the reduce the material removal rate. If you unnecessarily reduce the gap between the workpiece and the nozzle, in that case also there may be a chances of stuck the electrode to the workpiece surface. So proper stand of distance is a very important factor to create a plasma or to carry out the plasma arc machining process. The typical value of the stand of distance varies from 5 mm to 10 mm. So that is the range which is defined for a plasma arc machining, 5 mm to 10 mm, which is the we are measure we are maintain the stand of distance in that particular region. Next, second important parameter, that is a cutting speed. That is the very important thing. Increase in the cutting speed reduces the depth. Means if you travel the nozzle tip or the workpiece surface with a faster rate or increase the cutting speed, in that case there is the depth is reduced to uh, penetrate the plasma into that workpiece. So that's why only the upper surface which is removing the material. So leading to narrowing of the cut in the lower portion. Next, decrease in the cutting speed will cause the opening of the cut at the bottom of the workpiece. If you increase, there is the no narrow surface which is covered by that plasma. If you reduce the speed, then in that case there may be a chances to create the hole over that surface. So there are the vice versa effect which will be getting at the time of machining. For example, the typical cutting speed of aluminum at 80 kilowatt power and 4 mm orifice diameter is 8 mm per second. Means how much thickness of the workpiece is there or how much material you want to remove at the time of machining depends on that. We define the cutting speed. Next one is the important parameter, that is the gas. Which type of the gas you are generally used for the machining purpose. The gas flow rate is a directly proportional to the thickness of the material. That is a very important thing. How much thickness of the workpiece is there? According to that, we want to set the gas flow rate at the time of machining. Next, the selection of a particular gas depends on the quality of cut and the economics. These are the two important factors. Which type of the gas we are chosen at the time of machining, that is it depends on the how much quality you want to require at the time of machining, and as well as that may be economical or not, you can decide at the time of machining. For the according to that, we are selecting the various gases for the machining process. Next, there are the various advantages of plasma arc machining. First one, hard as well as brittle metals can be easily machined with this process. Second one, plasma arc machining gives a faster production rate. That is a very important advantage of this plasma arc machining, because within the shortest possible time, we can easily machine or we can easily generate the various profiles of the components. So this is the uh, very important advantage of this plasma arc machining. Next, small cavities can be machined using this process with a good dimensional accuracy, because whenever we are carry out the plasma arc machining process, in that case there is the dimensional accuracy is a very important factor, because we are maintain the dimensional accuracy at the time of machining itself. Next, it can be used for rough turning or very hard materials. So basically, the plasma arc machining, which is used for machining the hard as well as brittle metals, because we want to machine the hard material and brittle component and different profiles we want to generate. In that case, plasma arc machining is a very helpful because the hard material having a high melting point. In that case, there is the uh, high temperature which is required to give the shape and size of that component. For that purpose, there is a plasma is a best suitable. Next one is the it is also used in machines that are used to repair jet engine blades. That is a very important application in a aerospace industry also. Next, there are some disadvantages of plasma arc machining. The first one is the equipment used in plasma arc machining are very costly. In short, there is the initial investment for this plasma arc machining installation, which is a costly one. Next one is the metallurgical changes take place on the surface of the workpiece. That is the very important drawback. At the time of machining, there is the high temperature which will be produced in between that region of a nozzle and the workpiece, and near about above the 5000 degrees Celsius temperature which will be produced at that particular region. So due to which there may be some metallurgical changes which will be happen at that particular workpiece uh, workpiece region, and that is the actual drawback of this plasma arc machining. Next, the consumption of inert gas is high. So this is the drawback. Continuously absorb the heat. So due to which there is the consumption of gases at the time of machining. That is a important drawback of this plasma arc machining. Next, as oxidation and scale formation takes place, shielding is required. So that is a very important drawback of this plasma arc machining. At the time of machining, there is the at that particular region where the plasma will be takes place, that particular region which is covered with a shielding phase. So this is the few enlisted the disadvantages of plasma arc machining. Next one is the application of plasma arc machining. Here there are the few application. First one is the uh, used in mill application. Next, second one is the used in the nuclear submarine pipe system. That is a very important application of the plasma. Next one is the used in welding rocket motor case. So these are the few enlisted the various application like welding of stainless steel tubes, used in profile cutting. So this much about the plasma arc machining. Thank you. Thank you very much.